Hey, what's up at the table in SFC? We are on today. I'm in the building. Mister is in the building, but he's handling some paperwork. He's doing some things and stuff, but he is my bartender today. Yes, April is tomorrow. April 1st is tomorrow. Is tomorrow. Tomorrow, yes. My birth month. Yes. April is tomorrow, April 1st. April Fool's Day. And we're going to get it in. We're going to get it in for April. Now, let me just... Man, these are all tangled up. I got to untangle these because I need to be hearing myself sometime, but let me see. Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear me good. Oh yeah, I can hear. It's nice and loud. Okay, y'all. Now, let me take my shades off. Welcome everybody on. Welcome. Got a lot to talk about today, okay? So, I want to give you guys an introduction of expiration dates and taxes, okay? So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I did some research and, found some information out. So, not too happy about it, but, things will be the way they are here in America, okay? There's nothing we can change about it. Now, my introduction to today's show. Should we have expiration dates? And should we be taxed for every little thing? Now, I want you guys to comment down below. I want everybody that has a voice about these topics to comment down below, okay? Now, as far as expiration dates, now, I'm sure a lot of you know, once World War II started, once that ended, a lot came about, like drugs, more taxes, expiration dates started at around that time and everything, So it was a bad era in time, it wasn't good. That's what I can say. Now, as far as I'm gonna give you guys some little background of how it all began. Now, and I'm getting this information from my phone. I had, saved it all in my phone. So I did some research this morning and everything. I did my hair this morning too, y'all. Hopefully y'all like it. I did it myself. Okay, so in the U.S., mandatory expiration dates for prescription and over-the-counter drugs. I'm going to start off with those prescription drugs, over-the-counter drugs, established by the FDA in 1979, okay? Through the National Drug Code Law and the expiration dating law. While food expiration dates are not federally mandated except for infant formula, they emerged in the 1970s due to consumer demand for fresher food. And I'm gonna give you a more, let me see. Well, I didn't write that down. Y'all know what? Give me a second. Thank you, hubby. I got my drink, y'all.
Let's go, baby. At the table in SFC, let's do it.
We out here. Okay. So I'm sorry, y'all. I had to close that window. That blower, the line blower or whatever, was making a lot of noise. Okay, so now where was I at? Yeah, I was on over-the-counter and prescription drugs and everything like that. Okay, so now what do you guys feel about all this? Like, expiration dates for these drugs and everything. Like, how do we know that they are accurate? How do we know that these dates are accurate? Okay. How do we know that, right? You know, you say we got parents, we got uncles, aunties, grandmothers, grandfathers, and everything. They may have their blood pressure medication, all type of different medication, being a diabetic and everything. Okay, how do we know that these expiration dates are accurate? Okay, we don't know. Like I told you guys about other things I was talking about, other topics. I forget, I had a few other topics and we was talking about how do we know, as far as people, that's right, the way people teach in these schools and stuff like that. We don't even know if they are accurate about these expiration dates on these over the counter prescription drugs. We have no idea. Okay. Now we do know that they're getting money. They're getting money. And that's the best way they know how, is to tell people, okay, next month is April. So April 30th, your prescriptions are not going to be any good. You're going to have to get another refill and everything. They tell you, oh, well, you can still, take those medications, but it's not going to be as potent. So if you want it to be, if you want it to kick in and to, work on whatever they're going through, then you have to come in and get another prescription, making money, honey, making money off of people. That's what they're doing. Making money off of people. I can't say it no better. They making money off of people. We don't know about these expiration dates. We don't know if you are telling the truth. Okay. Who are you to say that, okay, yeah, next month, April 30th, it's gonna be to where, it won't be any good. You got to come in and get your prescription for the next 3 months. You got to come in. It won't be no good. You got to get your prescription for the next 6 months. Okay. What's up with all these expiration dates? And back in the day, we didn't have any. We didn't have any. We did not have any. Okay. So what's up with all of that? They want to make money off of people. That's the bottom line. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they are doing. Okay. So, okay, let me go on to now food. Okay. In the 1970s, so I was born in the 70s, and a lot of things happened in the 70s. They changed a lot that was going on in the 70s. Grocery shoppers, they found out more information about the quality of food on supermarket shelves under pressure from activists, including the distribution of pamphlets deciphering sale by codes. Okay, food makers began to put dates on their labels. Okay, so they figured, well, if I put a date for next January, they get it. They say they buy it today. It expires next January. They bought a little bag of flour. A 5-pound bag of flour. Okay, it expires in January. Now, where are they coming from with all of these expiration dates? How are they determining these expiration dates? Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a little information on how expiration dates are misunderstood and contribute America's food waste problem. Okay, as some of you may know, a day job that a professional culinarian and executive chef in a kitchen that feeds about 150 folks 3 meals a day, every day of the year. Okay. So this person is tasked in part with limiting food waste in order to maintain the annual budget, the budget of which is always too small. So a lot of places, restaurants, and, say it's a senior home and stuff like that, you may have a small budget, but you got a lot of folks to feed, so what's up with that? Like they want you to keep continuously buying this food. And nowadays, like right now, food is high, y'all. Now the eggs just went down a little bit, but they still can be lowered, back to normal, So and a friend of ours, we did somebody's house yesterday, and so he was saying he's a veteran, so he let us know about certain places where we can get it at a reasonable price. Of course, we got to be with him since he's a veteran, but it's a trip too. How if you're a veteran, if you're this and that of a certain age or whatever, then you get all these. No, I feel like age should not matter. We all should be able to get all of this. The food stamps, all of this, everything. Everything. We should be able to get everything no matter what. Some things you may have to have 5, 10 kids or whatever. Now, why is that? When you got everybody out here that's hungry. You may have a single man. This man is 65 years old and he's homeless. He's sleeping out on the streets or whatever, but he can't get this, he can't be in this type of program because he doesn't have 5, 10 kids. Now, what type of mess is that? Now, do you agree or don't you agree? What type of mess is that? Okay? Y'all let me know. Let me know down below if you agree. Like, certain things, certain programs are for certain individuals, certain people. You got to be a big family, a large family. You got to be a senior citizen. You got to do this. You got to do that. I'm tired of it. And right now it got to stop. It should stop. And if we had somebody in the house that really cared, that really said that they care, then it would be different. Things would be different, And some people go by the race. You got to be a certain color in order to be in this program. You're not even from this country, but they give in, all these programs to these people. We are U.S. citizens. We are born and raised here. We are born citizens here. Okay? So why does it matter about all these food programs and all this mess? So it's just really crazy what's going on today. Okay, now this person went on with their story or whatever, but I'm gonna skip that. Well, you know what? I'm gonna talk about it because it's talking about the milk. Let me go back and tell you guys about what they said. Okay, he said a few days ago, he saw one of the cooks about to toss an unopened gallon of milk into the trash. He said, "Stop. What's wrong with the milk?" He said, "Please bring it to me." And then he opened the jug and asked, "How does it smell? Sour?" And he said, "Toss it into the trash." He said, "Stop. What's wrong with the milk?" And the worker said, "It's out of date, chef. We can't use it." He said, "Please bring it to me." The chef opened the jug and asked, "How does it smell? Sour. Is it curdled? Does it taste sour?" "No, but it's out of date. So by law, we can't serve it." So all these laws, and you know what? They making these things so that I don't care if you vegan, if you're alkaline, if you're a vegetarian, if you're a pescatarian, if you what type of diet you have. They are making all these foods to where it won't be any good. I don't know what ingredient they're putting in these liquids, in these foods, in these prescription drugs, but they are putting some type of substance in them so that they can be no good. Next month, 2 months from now, 3 months, 1 year from now, they are doing something to these things, okay? So I'm here to tell you that this is what I believe in. And if you feel the same way, then please comment down below. Please comment down below. If you feel that they're adding some substance or maybe a few substances into these ingredients to make it to where these things can go out of date, expire, like I said, tomorrow, next month, 3 months from now, 1 year from now, so that we can continue to spend our coins. So we can continue to spend our coins, okay? That's what it is. That's what they are doing. Now, The next thing I'm gonna speak about is now I went over expiration dates. Now this is about the shelf life. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you guys what the shelf life means. Now it's something like sell by or use by, or sell by versus use by versus expiration dates. You know, so it's similar, but it's different. Okay. So you may be going through your pantry or fridge, you come across, yogurt or open bag of chips. You check the label, you're not sure enough. The best buy date has passed. Okay. Do you take a chance and eat it, or you toss it in the trash? Okay. So for many people, the decision is a familiar one, and it's tough to know what to do. But with a little bit of knowledge about what these labels really mean, you can make informed decisions about your food, knowing the difference. So the difference is the sell by is how long they can have it in the store. The use by is when is the last date that you can actually cook it by. And then expiration date, it shouldn't even be all of this. We didn't have all of this. And I did my research back in the 40s and stuff like that. We didn't have all of this back then. My grandmother, great grandmother, all of them, it wasn't none of that back then, So why do we have all of these So why do we have all of these different sell by, use by, expiration days? It shouldn't be any of that. But it's a way for them to make money. And I can't say it any better. It's a way for them to make money. So we all know that. We know that. Okay, so I'm gonna break it down. Now, the sell by, like I said, is how long it's in a store. U.S. Food and Drug Administration is changing the food labeling. Now, breaking it down further with some of the most common shelf life labels, like sell by. Okay, so this label is usually printed on a perishable item like meat, dairy products, bakery items. It indicates the date by which the store should sell the product to ensure it remains fresh and safe to eat for a reasonable period of time afterward. If you see a product with a sell by date that has already passed, it doesn't necessarily mean it's no longer safe to eat, but inspect the product carefully to make sure it hasn't spoiled. Okay, so that's what the sell by means. Okay, use by or best by, it means these labels indicate the date by which the manufacturer recommends using the product for optimal quality and freshness. Unlike expiration dates, use by or best by. Okay, so that's what that means. That's the breakdown of each one of those. Okay, so you guys comment down below if you agree to shelf life, best by, use by, sell by, expiration dates. Do you agree that we should be having all of those? Like I said, it doesn't matter about how we eat. They are making all of these different rules and regulations on purpose. And for the over-the-counter drugs, it's on purpose. On purpose. Yes, family of 5. Yes, family of 10. Come back in the store. Please use your money. Please buy some more. I know you need it. I know you need milk for the kids. I know you need eggs. I know you need milk and produce, dairy, all of this. You're going to come back and buy it anyway. We can go up as high as we want. We can go up as high as we want. Okay? And that's what it is. That's what it is today. Okay? And like I said, back in the 40s, I'm going to let you guys know, okay? I'm going on to taxes, y'all. I'm going on to taxes. Now, it says the Revenue Act of 1940 permanently increased individual income tax rates in the United States. Permanently increased corporate tax rates from 19%, to 33%, and temporarily increased most excise tax rates to between 30 and 50%. The personal exemption fell from 2,500 to 2,000. Okay, 2,000 for if you're a married couple. Okay, so that's what happened. So it was the Act of 1940. So just in 1940, that's when taxes started, shifting and everything. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so that's talking about all the food and everything. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a story about it's a historical income tax story on rates. Okay, while the first federal income tax was created in 1861, during the Civil War, it was a flat tax and repealed in 1872. Income tax brackets didn't exist prior to 1913. Okay. With the ratification of the 16th Amendment and the passage of the 1913 Revenue Act, the top individual marginal income tax rate tended to increase over time through the early 1960s. Because I remember my mom saying, my grandmother, it wasn't really no high taxes. It was probably something low. Like basically, if you had a job back then, you basically could take home most of your check. They probably took a little something out or whatever. Then they started making it to where the more you make, the more they take, the less you make, and all of that. That shouldn't matter either, y'all. So it's all, something that they just created. Okay. So now let me go on to say, over time, through the early 1960s, with some additional bumps during the war years, the top income tax rate reached above 90% from 1944 through 1963, peaking in 1944 when top taxpayers paid an income tax rate of 94% on their taxable income. Starting in 1964, a period of income tax rate decline began, ending in 1987. So in 87, we saw a shift or whatever. From 1987 to the present, the top income tax rate has been fluctuating in the 30% to 40% range. Okay. So a look back at the top marginal income tax rate. Now, the top time was like, let me see, between 1942 and 1943, it was high. 1945 through 63, it was high, 91% total top rate. So it's been fluctuating over that time. Let's see. And then more recent, let me see, like 81 was 70%. So, it's been fluctuating or whatever. And then it says during 1988 through 90, tax on top income cannot be determined without using a worksheet. But 33% appears to have been the highest rate paid. Okay. Man, all of this. And how is it determined? I need to call somebody from the higher uppers in here so they can explain, like, how are you determining all of these rates? It's an up and down thing, fluctuates. It all depends on the market and all this and that. Okay, we understand that. But things back then stayed the same. Why can't they stay the same now? Because these products, food and drugs, are in more high demand. They're in more high demand, right now. That's what it is. So they feel like whatever is in more of high demand, we could make billions and trillions of dollars. We can make all of this money off of these things that people need, necessities, just like the gas market and, everything that we need, all the necessities that we need. They feel that they can do this. So I want you guys to definitely comment down below about how you feel. How you feel. Now I notice like when it comes to bread, fruit, all of that, going back to the food shelf, time or whatever, the life shelf time for food. It's just I don't know. It's really rapidly going bad. Going bad. I don't care if you keep it if it's room temperature and you say, okay, I'm gonna keep it in the refrigerator. No, it's still not going to last. It's not going to last. And like I said, they're putting some type of substances in these things so that they can go bad. So that's what's going on today. I want you guys to definitely comment down below about each topic that I talked about the expiration dates, about the taxes and everything, about how you feel about everything going on today. Okay? Going on today. Now, another thing I noticed is because we both, Mr. and myself, we have food handlers certificate. We have a certificate for food handlers. We do that type of work. We may cater from time to time, sell food, different things like that. We've worked in the food industry, hotel industry. Those of you that know me know that I've worked in the hotel industry, hospitality for a very long time. So we see things all the time in the places that we work, where the food, yes, I do agree when I say, when they say food is going to waste a lot more often and a lot more over the years, and you got people that's hungry out here and stuff. So, just try to not buy too much. That's what I can say. Don't buy too much of that one particular thing. Don't cook too much. I had my nephew on just over a week ago, and we were saying how his parents and myself and Mr. Sometimes maybe we might cook too much. So just be more mindful about. I guess we can be more mindful about how much food that we're cooking, how much we're buying. You don't want to buy too much. And if you do, you want to freeze it. But then even when you freeze it, you got to also watch out for that too. Because, you don't want it to be freezer burn or whatever. You want to buy as you decide to cook it. You decide to make like some steaks or some chicken, in the next few days, then, don't buy too much of it, So you definitely want to kind of back down to how much you're buying, how much of an intake, that how much you want to eat, how many people are in your household and stuff like that, So you definitely want to, go off those terms and stuff. And it'll save us a lot more money by doing that, Unless, that you're cooking for a lot of people, then you have a lot of food to buy and, order or however you do it. Okay? So just be more mindful of that. We can save a lot more money in that way. And, just have money left for other things that we want to do in life. Like if you want to travel, I know that we want to travel more often, so you definitely want to put some money to the side for that, savings in the bank for your kids, their college tuition, your college fund, and, just other things that you want to do in life, and I feel like these expiration dates and taxes, it can be a bit of a headache. It can be a bit of a headache. It brings on stress, and it brings on all of these different illnesses that we may have, high blood pressure, being a diabetic and things like that. So, you definitely want to enjoy yourself, enjoy life, and just don't worry as much, Don't worry about these things, because what's going to be is going to be. And that's what they're doing. They're doing what they want anyway, But we can have a voice. We do have a voice. And on this podcast, we have opinions. And our opinions are, hey, everything. We feel like they're everything. Okay? And we want to hear yours. And we're going to invite folks on for their opinions on, we're going to have like different topics and invite folks on about these different things that's going on in the world, what we're dealing with right now, all types of things. It could be all kind of topics. So you just subscribe if you haven't already, and then you can see like different topics that we talk about, and different people's opinions, different people we have on, or conference calls and stuff like that, about people, how they feel about different things going on in the world, and just going on with whatever topic we have, period. Okay. So I hope you guys found this podcast show very useful. I hope that you have a voice and comment down below. I would love to see your comments. I know I will. I know a few of you have busy schedules and everything. I understand that. And I will be sending this show to a few people that I know have a problem with these situations. You work in the food industry. You may cater. You may do all these different things that I spoke about today. So I know that you're going to have an opinion, and I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear it, honey. I cannot wait to hear it. Okay, so I'm going to end this show, and I hope you guys have a good day. I hope that, hey, everything is going good in your with your household, your life, your love life, everything. Okay, enjoy life, honey. Enjoy life. All right. So stay connected. Thumbs up this podcast show. And subscribe, like I said, if you haven't already. Share with others as well, okay? So we'll see you soon. Enjoy your day.